What's up, YouTube? It's Brea with the Greenhouse Effect Huntsville, where we bud, bloom, and blossom, learning and entrepreneurship. Today, we have an amazing interview from the one and only Destiny Payton-Williams. She is a mompreneur, owner of Madonni Beauty Supply and Salon and Suites. She is also one of the reality stars on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So come on in and get to know a little bit more about Miss Destiny Payton-Williams.
Hello.
Good to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
No problem. So we just want to talk today about your journey, a little bit more personal background, where you came through entrepreneurship and where you came from, and get to know you like that. So
okay.
So let's talk about where you're originally from. You're from Detroit, Michigan, Motor City.
I am originally from Detroit. That's my hometown. I live primarily in Huntsville and at Atlanta. So, but I'm a gypsy, as my aunt calls me, because I've lived in LA and San Francisco and New York and Nashville.
Oh wow, you all over the place.
Yeah, all over the place. So yeah.
Okay. So what made you migrate to the South and relocate to Huntsville?
My dad, actually. My dad moved here to work for Chrysler, like most people in Detroit did. They moved here for. Yeah.
Okay. So how long have you actually been here?
Ooh, I don't know. I can answer this question. The longest place I ever lived was Atlanta.
How long was it?
15 years.
15. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Awesome. So you've been in Huntsville for some years, and so how do you like it here? I know it's not as fast as Detroit or Atlanta or Los Angeles, New York.
Well, I definitely said when I left that I would never come back, and God has His way of making things work in His time and in His vision. So here I am.
Most definitely.
But I am a gypsy yet again. So.
I was like, what's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus, okay.
Yeah, the bull.
Okay. You must say that describes you.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Why would you say that?
Cool. You got a strong personality. So I think
I'm real quiet, laid back.
You are, but I feel like that you're like I call it like a nice assertive. Like you're assertive, but you're nice.
That's because God has worked on me.
Okay.
Absolutely, He's still working.
Yeah. And work on us all.
Listen, I always tell people I am a true bull, and when you actually watch a bull in their natural habitat, they're just like cool, laid back. They're graze and do their own thing. But when you poke them, you make them see red. It's over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about a little bit how you jumped into entrepreneurship. So you said that you worked for Wyndham, and that's how you got your travel company. Mm-hmm. What actually made you go into entrepreneurship, opening Madonni?
I've actually always had some my hands in entrepreneurship in some way, form, or fashion. And I didn't realize this, but my grandmother was an entrepreneur, the one I named my company after. So it's unheard of for a woman back in those days to get a divorce and pick up and move. So she did that with 4 kids, set of twins. My dad's a twin, and 2 other girls, and started her own daycare service. And she never worked for anybody. And I didn't know that influence was being brought. I guess I saw it and didn't know what it was. And then my uncle had the first African American barbershop in College Park. Georgia. So I bounced back from, being in those 2 environments and not even realizing that wasn't abnormal. But I went before I got into the corporate world, because I actually started in the corporate world a little late in life, because I've always been a real estate agent. Right. And then I dibbled and dabbled in a lot of things. And, for me, I've always been that person that people would say, you just can't work for somebody else, huh?
Yeah, I get it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm that person.
Yeah. So that's what motivated you to start Madonni?
What actually motivated me to start Madonni was, again, I had a provisional patent with my then partner, and us shopping the product around Atlanta, it was kind of like a need for more African American beauty supply stores, and being that we were kind of like people, the people that we were going to were, Asian influenced or Asian. And they really liked the product, but it was kind of like, we want the product, but not really to work with y'all, kind of like a buyout situation. And for us, we saw the bigger picture. And so we started going around to different beauty supply stores and realizing Atlanta, over 7 years ago, was only one Black-owned beauty supply store. Wow. And yeah, and that was probably almost 10 years now, but it's over 7, I know for sure. But that prompted me to start doing research about different states, like how many are in all over the U.S., like how many do we have? And it was less than 25. And so
you don't think about that, like you know, you just like used to just going to beauty supply stores and like, you know, shopping with whoever. You don't really think about that.
But if you think back when you were a little younger, most of the stores were Black owned. They were just small mom and pop, and then you know, they gave a lot of tax breaks and different things to immigrants, Asian immigrants that came over here and started businesses, and that's how they boomed with the beauty supply. And so with all that being said, my nail in the coffin was when I was at a local beauty supply store here in Huntsville, and I was asked to be searched. Yeah, by a police officer at that. So when I turn around, I'm running my mouth on the phone, and I'm getting tapped on the shoulder, and I turn around and I look up, and it's this huge police officer armed saying, I need to search your bag. And so I dumped my purse on the counter so he could see, you know, everything that was in there. And he's like, I'm sorry, you know, I'm just doing my job. And in the same token, it was almost like a scene from a movie. I heard a girl yell, stop following me. So it was like, I'm getting searched. This girl is yelling, stop following me. And it was just a whole mess. And I vowed to myself that I would never go back to that place. And I remember coming into town to get my hair done here, and I had to go because it was the only place that was open. And I said, I will never do this again. I'm opening up my own store.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy because like I've heard that before from other people. I mean, I personally have never gone through that, but like
that was my first and last time.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good to just be kind of searched and watched. And now that you open Madonni, we can feel at home and
absolutely,
you know, we feel safe and trusted and things like this. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I guess with that being said, on the emotional aspect of running a business, what keeps you going during your roughest days? Like, and I know business is up and down because like I've been an entrepreneur for 6-7 years. So like I know we have our days. Well, it's just some days are greater than others. What keeps you going? What keeps you, you know, what's your why of why you do what you do? I know that we talked about the situation with the store, but what keeps you really going and motivated to keep Madonni up and running?
At this point, LAW. My why is law every day. That keeps me going. Prior to law, it was just, I don't know how to stop. Like I just literally have my moments. If it's a cry out, if it's a, you know, just disconnect, whatever I need to do in the moment to get myself back in a space to keep on pushing. Right. And, you know, mental health is important. So, you know, meditation, prayer. I have a life coach. I talk to my pastor. I've done therapy. Like I believe in all of that. They're just like you do work out, you eat right, so you want your body to be healthy, and you know, you talk to your pastor, you do meditation, you read books because you want your mind to be healthy too. Right. So those are the things that I focus on.
Like you said, I think it's good because like we as Black community, we kind of like, I feel like some of us kind of get shunned down on because we don't reach out to counselors and things that's needed. You know,
because they sweep it under the rug. You know, you have that one cousin, oh, he just, you know, that's just him. You know, that's just him.
Yeah, sweeping stuff under the rug, you know.
And, you know, him could have been helped.
Yeah. And
at least been able to function in life. And a lot of times we put Band-Aids on, you know, open wounds, and it's just not healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
And it trickles down to the next generation.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, you and your mama crazy? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the important thing is to get help if you need help. You know, seek a counselor, a therapist.
And stand tall in it. Yeah. Stand tall. Y'all go to therapy what?
Yeah. Like I said, you know, I go to therapy too. Me and my husband go to marital counseling. Like you'll be surprised how somebody who doesn't know you can help you in a situation. That's the best person to talk to. Somebody who don't know neither one of you. They don't have a biased opinion. So definitely.
Yeah, it's very healthy, but people have to be open to it. And a lot of times in this generation of the word that has been overused, so many narcissists, but they're raised by baby boomers who put that energy into them. And, you know, hey, we need to heal it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. You know, mental health is important. So I guess with everything you speak about, tying back to the show, you know, your divorce, because you went through a lot in 2020. Like I said, you went through the divorce, the
2021,
the store, the show, like with all that going on.
The pandemic.
Yep, and yeah, COVID.
I had to Google what that was when I was pregnant.
So, what is the one thing that you can, what's one thing you took away from all that? What, being so overloaded with things, what is the one thing you took away from that was like a huge learning lesson to you to moving forward? you know, as far as going day to day with everything that you do, what is one thing that you really took away from it that made you stronger?
Oh, girl, don't make me cry in here.
I got some tissue.
So what I would say is ultimately what I was forced to take away with the circumstance was that you can only change yourself. You can only change yourself. And I realized that prayer is not for the other person. Prayer is to help change you so that you can cope and move and be able to adapt to whatever situations and circumstances you're going through. So for me, it was like, yes, this is crazy as hell. Yes, I might think that the other person is crazy.
Why am I going through all this? Like, this is crazy.
But it's something I needed to learn for myself, and it was a lot of growth for me. A lot of things that I, needed to work on in myself in the process. So it was a gift. It was hell, but it was a gift. Yeah. It was a gift at the same time.
I say, sometimes disasters can be beautiful. That's what I tell myself.
Beautiful disasters.
That's what I tell myself, like when I've gone through things, because you don't see it then, but once you got out of it, you see how far you came, what type of different person you are, because that changed you into a different person.
Absolutely.
The same person that you once were.
Listen, my patience is like Job. I don't even know. Listen, for real. They better be glad they got me on Love and Marriage at this point in my life. And that's real talk.
Yeah. So, that's one thing I say. Like I said, it's beautiful moments and disasters. It's to change you. And, you go through these powerful things to really just, like I said, change you.
Change evolution. Because sometimes you can really think, oh, yeah. For me, I was so stuck in, work. And the pandemic forced me to slow down. Well, first of all, getting pregnant forced me to slow down because I was nervous. I had 5 miscarriages prior to my son. Oh, wow. So I was nervous. Like, I literally stopped working out. I left work. Like, I sat on my butt and made sure that he baked properly. Yeah. And so that was another thing. And then it was like, okay, I'm getting some energy, 4 months in, and I'm like, back out. Let's, get in the store. Let's work. Let's grind. Pandemic. And it's like,
back to
back. And then, I have my son. It's like, all right, he's here. It's time to grind. Pandemic's still going. I got to be safe, but divorce. Yeah. And it's just like, come on, God, like, what are we doing? And so, it definitely has stretched me and forced me to be, a better person. And again, a lot more patient with myself and giving myself grace and giving other people grace and mercy, because I used to be that judgmental person, like, ugh, what are you doing that? And oh, she did. You don't know. Oh, why would she do that? No, what I'm getting now, what people have no idea. They couldn't walk a day in my shoes.
Yeah, and I think it's important, and I'm glad that you let everyone watch and know that, because it's easy to judge people if you don't know what they're going through. You can see a little bit snippet on TV, but you don't really know, until you talk to somebody and they tell you what's going on with them. So.
Absolutely, and they ain't even got the half.
Yeah, I know. we go keep it,
Listen, I won't. Nope.
Well, like I said, keep walking in grace, and everything that is happening is just a part of your story.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad that you were able to share with us today just a snippet of, everything in a nutshell about what you went through and how you overcame and came through it. So it's much needed, because other people out there are going through the same thing as you.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that, you can get through it. You just have to persevere through it and stick and grind and stand up and, keep going. Wake up every day and keep going.
And don't forget that, again, and I know I say this all the time, but whatever God promised you, it may not be that season, but it's coming. Yeah. It's coming.
Yeah, most definitely.
Manifesting your destiny.
Yes, it's manifested. So we're going to catch you every Thursday.
Yes, on We Up Worship 95.4. Yeah, on the Road Show.
Yes,
so that
Drake.
Yes, Sharonda Drake. I'm really excited. I've already recorded 2 segments, so I'm excited. I'm excited because people get to hear a little bit more, like, the real Destiny, and also I share a lot of my healing process. So I share the things that I write down a lot of stuff. So if you listen to the first segment, I talk about your harvest season and everything that you have to go through. And I say you have to go through a lot of beef to get through, farming. You need a little manure to grow, okay? You need to go through a little to grow, okay?
That's very true.
So,
So.
I talk about that. And just, you'll get snippets of everything that's going on in my life, all the businesses that I'm working on and have, brought to fruition. So we got a beauty tour coming. We have a Madonni product line that's coming. We have Madonni Beauty. We have the salon suites. We have Noir Travel. We got a lot. And I'm back in music. So, I'm back singing again. Well, I've been going to vocal lessons because, I got to get it right. Gotta get her back right.
Okay, y'all looking forward to it. So it's like you've been busy and booked, so.
Listen, I'm working.
Yeah, like I said, it's all part of your story, so I'm proud of you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Everything that you're coming for.